Hey, hello friends. So what do we do when we're like not in the hay? We have been so busy, and I am so bad at like videoing and working. And yeah, I'm not really good at that. So we've been, man, it's amazing. We had a semi that Chad worked on, and he got it to start. It was kind of fun watching him try to figure out, I don't know, how to do all the things to get fuel, because it would start and it would stall, and he was blowing air and doing fuel and putting fuel in. I was very impressed, and finally when it turned over and it stayed running, it's like, what a beautiful sound. So I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been in the raspberry patch. Whew. So I inherited this amazing raspberry patch from my mother-in-law, and so Brian and I have been through here. A couple years ago I just mowed it down, and I was so tired of the weeds and whatnot. So they're coming back really nice, and a couple years ago I mowed them right down and ended up, I put some straw in here. A lot of the chaff is just in the barn, and I'm pulling out all the dead sticks and been picking the grass. Actually, I think it's wheat growing in, but there are some other, there's, let's see, where is it? There's like this guy here. Oh, my hand's not even following it. So I'll pull him out. They actually pull out quite easy because a lot of them are just in the straw. It keeps it nice and moist. But I don't know what happened over here. Really looks, a lot of those are cracked, almost like it was really high winds and it cracked some of those off. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Then I'll come and it's always about the foundation, right? I'm always like, we're working for what's going to be easier to pick, what's going to help them grow. So I'll come back with a four-wheeler and pick up these. Maybe I'll put them in the burn pile. It's very, very, very windy today. There's a little she shed, basically. I call it a she shed, but it just stores our stuff for fires. I spend a lot of time mowing. I mean, you can see all this grass. Lots to mow, and it takes me about an hour and a half at a time to mow the farm. We have a pond right here. This is where we sit and watch the sunset, and lately a couple muskrats. I was going to show you the muskrat damage and why we need to get them out of here. So basically, the muskrats, they'll come right up here and just tear out the plant, whether it's alfalfa or you can see these have all been kind of like chewed off or ripped off, and then it lays, we can see evidence of them. So we can always follow their little path. This is wheat. Isn't that pretty? So it's beautiful, beautiful green. Get a little bit of the surround of the farm there. All right, here's another project we've been working on. This barn is probably about 50 years old. And back in the day, we were dairy farmers, and Brian's folks were dairy farmers. So we have been tearing out all the stanchions, but that's not what Brian called them the other day. So this has also been a barn that has just stored a couple things, but as you can see, it's a super low ceiling. Look at that, it still has a straw and everything. Actually, we did put some straw bales in here, but well, not we are hiring somebody, but they are going to raise this roof. It is so shallow, or so short, we can't even back the camper in. But so that's one thing. Oh, here's more yard to mow. Nice and sunny. Yep, grass is pretty. We got the hay dryer out of storage, and so we hauled that home. It was just down the road in the barn. So, yeah, there's our hay dryer. Basically, we are just getting ready for this next season of hay, which hopefully we will be cutting on Monday. When you're all at a Memorial Day picnic, we'll be out cutting hay. All right, where'd this guy come from? Go pick that up a minute. All the little things we do in the day. Smells bad. He's been spreading chicken manure. So on that note, I think I'll cut this video short. There's my view.